I'm going to try to make this very quick, but I implore you all to first research DARVO, a manipulation tactic used heavily by Casey in this response. He doesn't really disprove these allegations, and anytime he does, he tries his hardest to paint his accuser entirely in the wrong, even lying multiple times in this video. I am here to document every single lie one by one, as there are many, and will probably go over the heads of his audience if not articulately pointed out.
Before anything, I want to say I'm completely innocent of rape or sexual assault in any form. While me and Celinda did have a sexual relationship, it was entirely consensual.
This is not true. He has been recorded on voice memo admitting to stealthing his accuser, which is rape. I will play the clip now in its entirety, and you can go to this timestamp if you'd like to skip it.
You still did it. And after that, I told you don't do that again.
And I would never do it again.
You can't just do that. Do you know what it's called to do that?
What's it called to do that?
Coming inside someone without their consent?
You think I raped you?
What do you think?
Casey will later argue in this video that this voice memo in a series of voice memos all linked here are invalid because they are taken out of context, as it is only excerpts of much longer voice memos. This could be a fair argument to make, however, it's crystal clear what the full context of the conversation they had, which was recorded, is, even in these snippets. The accuser was confronting Casey for raping her in multiple voice memos, as evidenced in the last clip.
I want to put up some screenshots of text at the time that kind of outline what our relationship looks like at the time.
This isn't really important, for it's only shown by him here to build a further background on his relationship with his accuser, but it's extremely important to take note of this bit right here. This is what his accuser said about their relationship, with both parties agreeing mutually to take it to a higher level. Tech will later lie and say he never wanted to take their relationship to a further extent, nor have a relationship at all with her.
Bottom line is, Skirby wanted a relationship with me, and I did not. I told her this many times, that I didn't want a relationship, even before things became sexual between us. And I tried really hard to convince myself that this was understood, but deep down I knew it was a very unhealthy situation.
Next, Casey will try to downplay his own admission of hurting the accuser that he wrote months before the accuser came out about him, which is the most substantial evidence here of all. Please keep in mind as well that he blocked the person who originally brought this post back up to light that he wrote himself, along with not addressing whatsoever that he blocked multiple people who called him out on these accusations and was making vapid story posts and dropping music in the wake of them coming out as a means to distract his listeners. He claims that what he wrote was
emotional dribble that I completely regret. I was blacked out on benzos and opiates. I posted it, went to sleep, woke up the next morning, what the fuck, and deleted it. That was stupid, but
this is extremely hard to believe and just seems like an absolute lazy excuse to get out of further explaining what he meant by hurt exactly in this writing. Excusing such a detailed, though incoherent, post as just schizo blacked out nonsense you wrote off benzos just seems like a complete cop-out in reply to people actually digging into what you wrote and noticing that it's really just you blatantly confessing to hurting the accuser in some way. It also should be noted how quickly he switched the topic rather than elaborating, probably because he knows it is very relevant to the situation at hand and can be held against him.
From the time that we we're talking, she steered the conversation a certain way to get these clips to be posted out of context in case of future use to get down on me. I think